So far, there have been 3 separate attacks by the 3 different members of the Dark Triad. Zenon attacking the Golden Dawn, Vonica attacking the Heart Kingdom, and Dante attacking the Black Bulls. Zeno's invasion so far has been the most effective and devastating, coming in with 2 40% Dark Disciples, killing half the Golden Dawn, and incapacitating the other half, and then escaping with William in tow. Now this has led to lots of heated debate between fans of the Golden Dawn and fans of the Black Bulls. Mainly it is the Golden Dawn fans getting clowned on and getting its new nickname, the Golden Dawn. So Golden Dawn fans will then clap back and say, well, Dante went in alone and smacked the Black Bulls, while the Golden Dawn went against 3 enemies. Well, that is not a great counter-argument, as the Black Bulls were nowhere near their full squad. These are things I'm going to discuss and analyze from what I've seen in the fandom talking about. If Zenon led Gatoroy and Foil into the Black Bulls base, a full Black Bull squad, what would happen? In fact, I did a Twitter poll on this. 42% of you voted that the Black Bulls would clap, 34% voted to be a close fight, and only 25% voted that Zenon and his squad would clap the Black Bulls, which I thought was an interesting disparity in the numbers. Now, it's important to note that while yes, Dante went in by himself against the Black Bulls, it is also very important to note that he is very likely above Zenon in power, him being the leader and not needing to train during the time skip. Unlike Zenon, he needed to train in the time skip to increase his devil power. Him also being the leader makes it likely that he is is stronger. Also, we know that even base Dante would drastically be above the Dark Disciples that Zenon brought, as Magicula with a kick, or Vonica actually, with a kick, one-shotted a 50% Dark Disciple, which means Dante's base power would very likely be well above the Dark Disciples that Gatoroy and Foil. Also, while Dante was by himself, the Black Bulls were missing very much of their squad. Zora, Magna, Luck, Charmy, Finral, Noel, Sekra, and the Vice Captain were completely absent from the battle, with Yami showing up late. I know technically the Golden Dawn were not at a full squad power either. Mimosa was gone, Yuno was late, and Longworst potentially wasn't there, but we don't know for sure about that. But that's not even close to being a fair comparison. Let's not act in any way like that's even a counter argument to use. The Black Bulls were missing way more characters, and more important ones too. So, let's talk about the Black Bulls. They have multiple people who can take down Dark Disciples, unlike the Golden Dawn. So, Charmy and Luck both took out 50% Dark Disciples, and while yes, they were resurrected due to Magicula's curse, that doesn't really count, they still defeated them. Gatoroy and Foil do not apply to that though, and that's the Dark Disciples we're talking about in this versus battle. Asta would also be able to take down Dark Disciples with ease, especially in his Berserk state, if that were to be activated somehow. And the Disciples would be nothing to Yami. And we know this because not only should Dante be above the Dark Disciples in base, but Yami went against 60% Dante, and he defeated him until he healed. And we don't know the outcome, the conclusion of that fight. Let's be honest and logical here. The Dark Disciples are going to be nothing to Noel either. Noel was above Luck in the pre-time skip, so it isn't illogical at all to assume that she would be above Luck post-time skip. And we know that the Black Bulls Vice Captain can do very well against Dark Disciples too, completely removing one in a direct 1 versus 1 fight. So, well, this is very easy to say that Gatoroy and Foil will get wiped out incredibly quickly in this battle, leaving Zenon by himself. And Yami will do the main amount of fighting against Zenon. He's the strongest guy in the Black Bulls, so it makes sense. And he would very likely push Zenon to 80% of his power, as Yami was above Dante at 60% of his power. Now that, in my opinion, would mean that 80% Zenon, his power would range anywhere from a bit weaker to Yami to a bit stronger than Yami. That's the most logical. It could be different than that, but that's what I'm going to go with. So, that's going to be bad for Zenon here, as if he's only a little bit stronger than Yami, who can surpass his limits at any moment, and his Dimension Slash, which is an arcane spell, would split him like butter, also facing off against Asta's anti-magic and other characters like Charmy and Luck who surpass 50% Disciples, not to mention Charmy amping herself and amping and restoring the rest of the Black Bulls. The protection for Nessa's Fate Cat Rouge, which, no, Zenon is not canceling that. Dante didn't even cancel that. Vanessa just ran out of mana, as stated. And she's not going to run out of mana in this, because we have Charmy on the squad here. Then you have Gauche making potentially 12 clones of Yami, maybe even 12 clones of Asta at the same time, which that's really GG for Zenon here. If Zenon is only a little bit stronger than Yami, at best, 12 of different Yamis are going to be a GG, especially if those 12 Yamis are protected by Vanessa. Finral's spatial portals are helping, Zora's traps are helping, and much, much more. Yeah, Zenon, I don't see how he's going to do this, how he's going to survive. So it is a really easy one here. The Black Bulls would defeat Zenon based on everything we know. Unless if he can go well beyond 80%, or if it turns out Dante was just playing with Yami, or if Zenon had a second magic type like Dante does, but is very crazy powerful, or more hacks based, then of course it might change things. But based on everything we know, Goderoy and Foil would get defeated very quickly, leaving it to a 14 versus 1 battle. So it's the rest of the Black Bulls versus Zenon. 12 Yamis, amped by Charmy's Cotton, and protected by Fate Manipulation, and much, much more going on there. Sekra healing people. There's just so much that's going to happen for the Bulls. The Bulls are really just too much. This is very likely why Tabata wrote it, so that the Black Bulls wouldn't be a full team when Dante ran into them. Otherwise, Dante would have gotten GG'd. Imagine if Yami is there from the beginning. Imagine if Luck, Magna, Charmy, Zora, Noelle, Sekra, Gordon. Imagine if they're all there. Charmy never runs out of Fate Manipulation magic, because Charmy, or Vanessa would be getting recovered by Charmy. Charmy would potentially be eating Dante's gravity. And there'd just be people like Sekra to heal, and then Yami there with 12 clones of him. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Dante would have gotten clapped if the full Black Bull squad was there. We just couldn't have them there, because that'd be too overpowered, and I mean, it makes sense. It's not like this was just for plot to not have the Black Bulls together. Tabata wrote it very well that, oh, well, you know, Charmy and Luck are in the Clover, or in the Heart Kingdom. Finral was with Yami at a captain's meeting, and also Noelle's in the Heart Kingdom as well. And then Zora and Magna were training. So, and then the vice captain is also on a secret mission in the Spade Kingdom. So it makes sense why the complete Black Bulls aren't there. But they did need to happen, so they weren't there, or else Dante very likely gets clapped, because the Black Bulls are just too good. But with that being said, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree or disagree with me? I know one of the things people say is that Zenon's just going to expand his bones so that none of this can happen, but, I mean, Ghosh can just look at you and use his magic and make 12 clones of you. Also, it's not like Zenon should be that much faster than Yami if at all, and then, even then, you still have the Fate Manipulation that stops anybody from dying. You have Charmy just basically stealing some of Zenon's magic and making herself stronger while restoring everybody else. Spatial magic negging attacks, Dimension Slash, Black Divider. It's gonna be not very good. So, with that being said, hope you guys did enjoy. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Plus...